All right. Sorry a little bit for the delay, everybody, but hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you all here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we are here for the second race of the season of the Mountain Dew Series. I'm Alex Prime. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us here this afternoon. And of course, I will be keeping an eye on the chat here just to see if anybody has anything to say, or if anyone's doing like a little watch party or anything. Just let's have some fun this evening. Let's have some fun. But let's get started here with your starting lineup. So anyone in the server, the starting lineup was screwed over because apparently the game decided to not load in Pacific drivers. So qualifying was redone, and a new grid has been lined up. Of course, you can see the ticker has changed, but we'll get started here with the starting lineup. So on the pole is the 34 Ryan Danielson in his Hulu Ford Fusion, and to his outside is Corey Day in the number 88 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Then it's Pato Award of the 01 MasterCard Cadillac, and to his outside is Sam Mayer in the number 1 10X Health Chevrolet. Then it's Jemiah Washington in the number 11 Toyota Supra, and to her outside is Psycho Bichichara in the number 04 Swiffer Menards Ford Fusion. Then it's Carolina Bradley in the number 33 Kit Kat Ford, and to her outside is her teammate Karen Catfish in the number 03 Best Buy Ford. Then it's Clyde McBride in the number 37 Busch Light Ford, and to his outside is Shoto Todoroki in the number 93 Bandai Namco Toyota Supra. Then it's Ochaka Aurora in the number 6 KFC Toyota Supra, and to her outside is Desiree Hudson in the number 14 Instagram Toyota Supra. Then it's Naomi Fellows in the number 22 Nationwide Cadillac, and to his outside is Pawnee Jones in the number 00 Glitch Production Chevrolet. Then it's Seth Emerson in the number 51 Phillips 66 Dodge Charger, and to his outside is Kayla Washington in the number 19 Washington State University Toyota Supra. Then we got Ethan Rice in the number 23 Publix Dodge Charger. Oh shoot, sorry about that. And to his outside is Charles Calvin in the number 62 Twisted Tea Chevrolet SS. Then it's Travis Regan in the number 99 CJ Energy Services Chevrolet. And to his outside is Justin Allgaier, the number 7 Brandit Chevrolet. Then it's Momo Mitsu in the number 81 Raising Cane's Toyota Supra. And to her outside is Adana Krantz in the 39 Alvary XO Toyota Supra. Then it's Andre Killinger in the number 17 Zest Ford. And to his outside is Kane Steele in the number 50 Mako Tools Dodge Charger. Then it's Zoe Backenbein in the number 71 LinkedIn Park Chevrolet. And to her outside is Stella Wheeler in the number 12 Rowdy Energy Cadillac. Then it's Midori in the number 78 Furniture Row Toyota Supra. And to her outside is Noah Treason in the number 49 Sprite Toyota Supra. Then it's Tage Magnuson in the number 41 Leaf Filtered Cadillac. And to his outside is Rose Thorne in the number 42 DuPont Chevrolet. Then it's Joshua Neely in the number 8 SMG4 Chevrolet. And to his outside is Brendan Brown in the number 68 Chevrolet. And then it's Connor DJ Hart in the number 2 Monster Energy Cadillac. And to his outside is Maggie Spletzer in the number 13 Glitch Production Chevrolet. Then it's Maggie's teammate Tari Ritzloff in the number 96 Glitch Production Chevrolet. And to her outside is Hernan Hernandez in the number 48 Freeway Insurance Toyota Supra. Riding at the back, we have the 10 of Deshaun Jackson in the number 10 DoorDash Toyota Supra. And to his outside is Luka Zorek in the number 28 John Deere Dodge. Then taking over now in the 9 part-time car for this week is Melody Purple running the Always Melody Chevrolet, if anyone knows from Cricket Cup. And riding Zorek in the number 53 Tilton Dodge Charger. And running out the field is Matt Vasquez in the number 20 Cheetos Cadillac. So 94 laps here around Las Vegas here. But of course we're gonna waste no more time right here, as we got 25 seconds left before the start of this race. But if anyone has any picks, you can always do that in the Alex Husey Hangout server in the Trust in the Six Flags NR section, or you can post your picks in the chat. But as we're down to 5 seconds left, let's go down to track sign for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines are now getting fired up right here as Ryan Danielson and Corey Day, two superstars in the Mountain Dew Series, will be leading us to the green flag. Yeah, Las Vegas, one of these tracks that I personally love to race on in my road racing career. This was one of my favorite tracks I love racing at. Of course, as you see right here on the top left, you can see the ticker right up there. But instead of going long ways, it is now instead of going vertical, it's now horizontal. So you'll be able to see that on the entirety top of your screen right here throughout the entirety of this race. And of course, like the Cup, the 500 last week, you'll be able to see where all your drivers will be running in real time. So yeah. And of course, we're going to waste no more time right here, and we are going to get this ride underway here in the desert. And of course, we'll be racing here for Mr. Kyle Busch, who passed away about, I'm pretty sure, a month or two ago now. So we'll be doing it for Rowdy right here. The pace car is in. It's on the 34 and 88 to lead us to the green. Going into the restart zone for the first time. Green flags in the air. We're underway at Las Vegas. And a great start for Ryan Danielson. He'll get out ahead with a push from Pato O'Ward into the 0-1. Corey Day already struggling out on the high side. He slips back into third. Jemiah Washington is going to try to take advantage of it and go to the inside of the 88. And I hear a crash in the back, and we have our first caution of the day, and it's a wreck, and they go into turn 3. And around goes Kayla, Charles, and many cars into the 39, the 17, the 53, and the 20 and 41. 17 also got a bit of that as well, 28 with heavy damage. And we got another wreck up here. Travis Regan is around. The 81 got a piece of that. 0012. Already multiple cars around as they made it back to the start-finish line. Ryan Danielson is your race leader. And that's already multiple cars taken out on just the first lap. So let's go back here and see what happened right here coming through turn number 3, since that's where this all started. And you see right there goes Zoe back. Yeah, you see, they wrecked up there, so I'm going to have to go back a little bit farther. So it looks like it started because someone was in the outside wall. Yeah, you see 19 goes to the outside wall, 62 tries to avoid, but yeah, just came down the end of the 17 and his teammate, and then yeah, then around goes to 17 right in front of the field. Just tough break already for the 62 and the 19. Already having some rough starts already to the season already. As the field is on pit road, already a couple of cars are already out, like the 20 is already out for the day. And of course, if you see like any updates that was made to the ticker, you can see that now we have numbers, the actual font of the cars. Yeah, and as Ryan Danielson wins the race off pit road, followed by Jemiah Washington, Carolina Bradley, Clyde McBride, and Ochako Aurora. Good stop for the 6, though, but especially good stop for the 34. He's able to keep at least an extra spots on the grid, but he did lose the lead as the 49 and 2 have stayed out. And after that, Corey Day has dropped all the way back to 10th. You see right there, Pomney is out. Magnuson, Hernan, Luca, Melody, they are done. And so is Vac was in the 20. And yeah, I'm aware I didn't do it for the other crash, but like, considering I had a lot going on recently, I didn't really have much time to show it, so I do apologize. I couldn't show the second wreck. But Noah Treason, currently your race leader for Des Racing, as I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I think, yeah, 2 Des Racing cars were involved in that wreck, that being Hernan and Adonda, but looks like Adonda was able to keep going, but Hernan has to take his Toyota Supra into the garage. He is done for the day, unless Adonda also put her car into the garage. Yeah, you see there's still quite a couple cars still going on. You see Adana is still going. She's currently 29th. And Pomni has taken her car to the garage. Andre is now a lap down. But yeah, I hope you all having a wonderful weekend so far. As tomorrow, of course, it will be the Cup Series turn to rip it up here at Las Vegas, and hopefully it won't turn too much of a crash fest like it did in the first lap, but that should have reduced the amount of cars that we have in this field, so obviously these guys should be able to race a bit more cleanly, but we may never know. As you see, the field has shuffled after that pit cycle. Noah Treason and Connor Hart have stayed out. Everyone else pitted. Good stuff, though, for Jemiah Washington in the 11. She is able to get up into 4th. And yeah, I did see like your avoidance there, Deshaun. That was actually a really great run right there. Avoidance right there by the driver of the 10. Yeah, and I see Sebastian just telling Pato not to screw this up. He is currently P10. He is behind Ethan Rice in the 23, and he's ahead of Allgaier in the 7. Actually, Allgaier's gained so many positions. He's back up to he's up already in the top 15. So great start so far for the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Corey Day, meanwhile, has fallen all the way back to 26th. Not a good start for the 88 team. But yeah, we are going green this time. Of course, I've already stated your top 10 right here with Treason, Hart, Danielson, Washington, Bradley, McBride, Oraka, Fellows, Rice, and Award. We'll be going back green right here from Las Vegas. Kayla has DNF'd, the 19 DNF'd. And the pace car is in. It's on the 49 to lead us back to the green. As we go back into the restart zone, green flag's back in the air. Oh no, 19's still going, never mind. Yeah, 19's still going. And a bit of a bad start for the 2. He had to drop back. Jemiah already made the pass on Danielson for 3rd, and there goes McBride as Jemiah is going to try to get to the inside right there of the 2. As they go into turn 3. Jemiah has cleared the 2 for 2nd as McBride's right back there. He goes to the inside. The 2 into the wall, and around he goes. He collects Justin Allgaier as well as the 22. The caution is out, and they're wrecking further. Deshaun Jackson caught up in the 10. Multiple cars taken out, and then we have more wrecks. The 13 is around, the 81. 51, 50, 99 in it. The 81 is also in it. Caution out again on lap 7. So many more cars taken out on this one, and around goes the 50 again. Looks like more contact. And let's go back here and see what happened to the 2 of Connor DJ Hart coming out of turn number 4. So right here, the 2 was running close to the high side here. And then right there, he impacts the outside wall. The 33, 23, 01 were able to barely slip by, but just no room for Allgaier. He gets collected by the 2. And there's nowhere to go for the 22. Brandon Brown did a great job of avoiding that, though. He just slipped right through the middle. Zoe Backenmine looks like she's also going to get through there, but now we know the main cause of the wreck. But we're going to look up here because another wreck occurred just slightly after this. But you saw right there, Deshaun just nowhere to go, gets clipped by the 2. And then here they come back to the line, and then I don't know if it was Rose Thorne or something going to the inside of her teammate. No, looks like not. Oh, right there, Meggie got into Sif Iverson into the 51, and then, yeah, then they're around for the ride. Yeah, nowhere for the 50 to go. Racebacks is currently turned on, so, yeah, they're currently turned on, but that's more cars taken out of this one. Looks like the damage to Allgaier looks like to be replaceable, so he's going to be able to keep it going. And looks like Brendan Brown wins the race off pit road, followed by Zoe Backenmine, Tari Ritzloff, Maggie Spletzer, and Carolina Bradley. Andre Killinger got some heavy rear end damage back there as looks like Jemiah and a couple other drivers staying out. You see 49, 6, 23, 0, 1, 1, 42, 37. They've all stayed out. Yeah, and then Deshaun not happy in the... Ethan, I do not have better cautions on, so, I can't really do that right now. But the field has been shaken up immensely as Noah Treason holds on to the race lead, but now he's got Ochaco, he's got Ethan, he's got O'Ward, and he's got Mayer behind him. Sam Mayer, actually, with a good rebound. And more cars out of this one. See the 10, yeah, the 10 is done, the 2 is done. So the 22 is also done as well. And looking at the rest of the top 10, you got Rose Thorne, Clyde McBride, who currently has the fastest lap time, Jemiah Washington, and Ryan Danielson. As well as Brendan Brown, currently round out the top 10. Yeah, you see 9 fellows out of it as well. Andre, he's still on pit road. He's still counted as a lap down. So who knows? Maybe he is still going, but we do not know yet. Man, not even like quarter way through this race, we already had a couple cars taken out of this one. But like I said, this is actually gonna, like I said in the server, if anyone was around in the VCs, when I was in there, I did say that this track would be testing a driver's skill, so this is definitely trying to give people some idea about how everyone's, and actually, if anyone was around like about a season or two ago, Deshaun Jackson actually won at this track, but unfortunately he was taken out of it, so the only way now he'll be able to win is through one of his drivers, which is currently likely to be Jemiah Washington. The 81 did get collected in a wreck, and so was the 19. So the 11 is basically the only shot that Deshaun has that to get to win for Deshaun. No, the 17 will not get his lap back since he was in one of those wrecks, so he will not get his lap back. Yeah, we're going green this time, so we're going to see how these restarts are going to progress. Yeah, only 31 cars are left in this race. Most of the field has been taken out already. And I think, yeah, all of the deep dive racing cars have been taken out of this race. So Phoenix will have to wait until tomorrow or next week. As the pace car is in, it's on the 49 to lead us back to the green. And as they go back into the restart zone, green flag's back in the air. And a great restart for Noah Treason of the 49. He'll get away from the 6 and the 23. And we already got battles going on. Clyde McBride already to the inside of the 42. That's for 6th. Still side by side as they're out of turn 2. Paddle looks to the inside of Ethan, but Ethan just went too much of a run. He sends it into turn 3, but Ethan's going to hold on for 3rd. And here comes Sam Mayer. Oh, and the 49, a couple of cars to the wall. The 6 will get by for the lead. Sam Mayer now looks to the inside of the 49 for 2nd. And Sam Mayer gets up into 2nd. Ethan moves the 49 out of the way for 3rd. The 49 to the wall again. Zoe Backenheim will get by the 49 as well. That was for 7th. The 49 is losing a lot of momentum. 3 wide for 3rd right here. Nearly into the wall. Goes to 23, but the 11 will slip by. And caution is out again. And it's a 62 and 51. They're going to race it back to the line. Ochaco, Sam Mayer, Jemiah, Brandon, but there goes the 34, Ryan Danielson. He'll get by for 5th. Oh, but the 68 with just a strong run on the outside He'll hold on. But well, tough break for the 62. Let's go back here and see what happened to the 62 going through the front stretch as looks like he might have been in the wall or battling with the 51 as this occurred. So right here, Charles is running close up to the wall. You see, that's the damage he sustained from the earlier wreck. And you see there, Adana also gets into the outside wall as well, and so does the 62. And then, yeah, the 51 just gets into him right there, and then into the 19. Yeah, and it looks like the 19 just didn't give any room to Sif Iverson to the 51, and around they go, and 51 to the outside wall. Tough break for both the 62 and the 51. Looks like none of Ethan's drivers are really having a good day so far as the field, as looks like everyone's going on to pit road. So this is pit strategy right here. Let's see if Ochako will be able to hold on to the race lead. But yeah, it's definitely on now for these drivers right here going into their pit stalls right here as Ochako, the first leader, into her stall. And Jack is up. 2 tires going on the right side of the 16. That looks like, yep, looks like 4 tires for the 6. Yeah, Kayla couldn't really do much since she was kind of sandwiched in there, but she could have at least let off to allow the 51 to give some room. And the 6 away, but looks like Zoe Bagenheim will win the race off pit road, followed by the 11, the 6, 68, and 1. And it looks like Ryan Danielson, I think he beat Ethan Rice off of pit road, so great stuff for the 34. But he has lost a lot of spots. Zoe Bagenheim, I think, pretty sure only took 2 tires. So interesting pit strategy call for the 71. As Andre being the only car that stayed out, but he is a lap down, but I will... wait, is he a lap down? Yes, he is, but he's going down pit road, so I'll give him the lap back. Actually, I'll have to wave him around after he comes back out, since he will get the free pass. But yeah, Zoe Bagenheim will be your new race leader here at Las Vegas. '62 is away off of pit road, so he will avoid going down a lap. And no more DNFs as of right now. Only still 31 cars left in this race. But Charles and Iverson will be starting at the back as they had to repair some of that damage they sustained from that wreck earlier. Oh man, NR deciding to lag out there briefly. I have no idea why they decided to do that. And here he goes, the field rounds off turn number 4. We're still under caution. We'll see if we'll be going back green this time. And we are going green this time. Zoe Bagenheim, your race leader, followed by Jemiah Washington, Ochako Rura, Brandon Brown, Sam Mayer, top 5. Then Ryan Danielson, Ethan Rice, Carolina Bradley, Maggie Splitzer, and Clyde McBride rounds out the top 10. I'll say Cody has 3 cars within the top 10. I'm quite surprised how he was able to pull that. Yes, oh yeah, I forgot to give Andre the free pass, but he'll get it on the next caution. Because I have no idea if he rejoined the field or not. I'm pretty sure he did, but he's still like a lap or 2 down. But I'll do that on the next caution. He'll get the free pass. He'll get the free pass. Field corners 3 and 4. And the pace car is in. It's on the 71 to lead us back to the green. Going back into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. And a great restart for the 71. She'll get a gap ahead of Jemiah. The 11 also starting to gap as well, trying to pull a gap between herself and the 6. Sam Mayer already to the inside of Brendan Brown. That is for 4th right there, and looks like Mayer's going to be able to clear. No, he is not. Still side by side down the backstretch. And Sam Mayer will get the job done. A little bit 3 wide back there. Oh boy. And caution is out again. Yeah, I might have to restart this race. Yeah, Andre's around again. Hold on, let me check the... Oh, yeah, opponent strength is too high. I think that's why. So these guys will get an extra... advantage because I will reduce the strength. Since no wonder why these guys were wrecking almost every single one. Alright, so qualifying will be redone. So this time they should be able to... like... at least get some more green flag runs, so I'll just speed through qualifying here. So we'll see who gets pole again.
Drivers, to your cars.
I'm just really sorry for how bad the race was first, guys. I did not realize the opponent's strength was too high. And Midoriya looks like she's going to get the pole. So, yeah, Midoriya with the pole. So field's now reshuffled. I think this is like the first time that we have to redo this. So, yeah. So hopefully this time these guys should not be going on the wall too many times. We should have only like a few cautions, but knowing how this track is, I don't think they're really going to last that long since, you know, O'Reilly drivers. But yeah, top 10 looks like to be Midoriya, Catfish, Jackson, Neely, Magnuson, McBride, Allgaier, Kayla, Zoric, Calvin, Rice, and Wheeler. See, I'm sorry about that first reset there. It's just because the difficulty was set up incorrectly. So hopefully this time these guys should be able to race more cleanly. Here we go. The pace car is in. It's on the 78 and 03 to lead us back to the green flag. And of course, still 94 laps because I really want us to get this through. And green flag's back in the air. Ooh, Midoriya there with a good block on Karen Catfish. Neely and Jackson side by side for 3rd. Magnuson going to try to make it 3 wide, but Jackson's going to be able to slip by. The 8's stuck on the high side. That's not where you want to be. There goes Allgaier trying to get some spots. 3 wide as they go into 3. Zoric and Rice, teammates working on that bottom side. Yeah, didn't hear much wall contact, so yeah, it was the difficulty that was the problem. So yeah, get the pole at Catfish starting to get Midoriya. Allgaier trying to close the gap. And Zork looks like he's gonna looks like she's gotta get by Magnuson as she's now got to run on Allgaier. Ethan continuing to provide support. Adonis now enjoyed this fight in the 39. Deshaun side by side with Clyde McBride back there. That is for 8th. And he's got one of his drivers out there. That's the 19 of Kayla. Whoa, what a huge set from the 37. Moves the 41 out of the way. That was big right there from the 37. Now he's going to try to get up with his teammate. Allgaier and Kratz trying to work together. Oh, the 37 got right there. Contact between the 37 and the 7. Oh, I heard a bit of contact, but it looks like no caution for right now. Oh, the 53 and the 22 have red, so it looks like no caution. They'll stay green, but that'll end Riding Zorg stay early. And the officials decided not to throw the caution, which got me confused. I'm like, why do the officials not throw the caution for? Because that was clearly a caution. But nope, they kept it green. Yeah, you see right there, they made contact in turn 4. I have no idea why the officials decided not to throw the caution. And Lucas Zork has caught out to the 0-3 of Kerry Catfish. Looking to the inside, goes to 28. The 0-3 goes down the block. Ethan Rice currently has the fastest lap. Looks like a battle's going on for 4th between Kratz and McBride. Side by side to lead into 3. Lucas Zork. Here comes Ethan Rice. And look at this. Jarriro Motorsports 1-2 here at Las Vegas. And now here comes Ethan to the inside of his driver. Rice gonna get a good battle here with his teammate. McBride has caught up to his teammate. He's gonna try to get by for 3rd. And Ethan Rice managed to clear the 28. The 28 will hold on to 2nd right now, holding on to that Jarriro 1-2, but McBride looking hungry behind the 28. Well, it looks like McBride does not have a run down the 28. Ethan trying to pull away. Jarriro doing really good so far with the 23 and 28. I'm pretty sure if Ethan is watching this right now, I'm pretty sure he's going to be one happy team owner. And there goes McBride to the inside of the 28. He's looking to spoil the Jarriro party. Good send of the corner by McBride. Zork trying to make the high line work. Ooh, but McBride just got that better run on the bottom. He's going to clear the 28 for 2nd. Ooh, and the 28 nearly got into the outside wall right there. That could have been bad. Got a couple of drivers that were in the back from the first attempt now in the top 10, like Melody, Kayla, Kratz, Allgaier, Oraka. They are now up here in the top 10. It looks like Kayla and Donda are battling for 8th currently, according to the ticker. And Melody is not that far behind them either, so she might be trying to get some extra spots right here, trying to catch up to her teammate, Jocelyn Allgaier, who's currently running 7th. And you see there are quite a couple battles going on through the rest of the field according to the ticker, because of course you'll see live position changes. And Kane Steele has now established his Jarriro Dodge now in the top 10. He got by both Adonda and who was the other one? I'm pretty sure it was I have to wait for the ticker to switch here. Yeah, Kayla. Yeah, Kayla Washington has also got passed by Brendan Brown. So Kane Steele now up in the 9th. Clyde trying to close the gap to Ethan Rice. Ethan Rice still currently has the fastest lap time. And Kane is got by Melody for 8th. Oh boy, these Jarriro Dodges, they're showing their long run speed. But they have lost one, riding Zorik after contact with the 22. But that shouldn't deter Jarriro. And Magnussen, look at this. He is up in the top 5. Great run for the driver from Denmark. He is trying to catch up to Karen Catfish in the 0-3. So right now, top 5 teams are as follows. Jarriro Motorsports, Glitch Racing Ventures, and MBMC. Kane trying to now close up into the 7 of Justin Allgaier. You see it right there. And going on board here with Kane Steele on the Macro Tools helmet camera. You see right there, he is trying to chase down the 7 of Justin Allgaier. You see Magnuson, he is on the back bumper. Karen Catfish, he looks like he's going to try to make a run for fourth here a little bit. There he goes to the inside. You see the battle going on up there. And Magnuson's looks like he's gonna get clear of Catfish here for fourth. And yes, he does. He is clear as there goes Steele to the inside of Allgaier. Still side by side between the 50 and 7, but the 50's gonna get clear. Yeah, that's showing me one thing about these Dario Dodges. They are not here to sit around and be pretty. They are here to race. Ethan's definitely showing that right now. He has so far led the most laps so far after taking the lead away from Karen Catfish. And then his teammate, Luka Zorek, he has just been the Dodge that's been strong up here, but he's got some strong competition that could be coming up. There's a big gap between second and third. McBride got at least a second gap, at least a 8-second gap between himself and Luka Zorek. And a battle for 8th has ensued between Kratz and Allgaier. And there's Melody right back there. She's trying to at least help Allgaier a little bit, but now she's got to go to the inside of her teammate. That is for 9th. Allgaier's starting to lose that momentum he had earlier in the race, so looks like he might have a short run car. But Melody's going to get by her teammate there for 9th. And a battle for 10th will be on. Hernan's going to send in on the inside of the 68. That is for 11th. And he might go for a top 10 spot. He's got to look to the inside of the 7 of Allgaier. Pato's also now trying to catch up to his teammate. He's reeling in the top 10. Great rebound for Pato Award in the 0-1. Hernan now behind the 7 and 9. Gonna see if they're coming away around those two Junior Motorsports Chevrolets. And Kane Steele has got by Karen Catfish for 6th. Now pounding on the back bumper to the 6 for 5th. That is for a top 5 spot. And he barely got it at the line right there. Kane Steele getting by the 6. He'll clear for 5th. Great run so far for the 50 of Kane Steele. Now the battle for 6th could truly commence between the 603 and 39. Catfish gonna take the initiative on the 6. The 39 trying to help her Toyota teammate. And Melody Purple, Justin Allgaier, and Hernan, they have now joined in this battle. It is now I'm pretty sure a 7-car battle now for multiple positions. Melody to the inside of Adonda Crest. That is for 8th. Hernan gets by the 7 for 10th. Pato right there behind the 48, looking to try to see if he could get that top 10 spot himself. Jemiah now up here in the 11. There's going to be some good battles right here for the top spots. Hernan trying to look for a way around the 9. The 9 gets out the 0-3 for 7th. Oh, with the 9, I messed up the quarter there a little bit through turn 2. Hernan still side by side with the 0-3 for 8th. And now Pato has now established himself in the top 10. Both MBMC entries now within the top 10. Just a great run so far from the MBMC Cadillacs. I was like, Cadillac definitely showing that they have the staying power here in the Six Flags Series. But we are getting close to the window where we might start seeing green flag pit stops. Kane Steele, the inside of Magnuson, that is for 4th. And once again, Kane Steele picks off another one. That 50 is on fire. Now, Climate Bride definitely got to start feeling some heat here since he's basically now surrounded by jaw rival cars. Ethan Rice, Luka Zurich, Cade Steele. Just a phenomenal run from that 50 car. As he's now going to try to join up with his teammates up here, see if he can make it a jaw rail 1, 2, 3 possibly if Luka Zurich is able to get by Climate Bride. But Climate Bride is able to close the gap to 23 of Ethan Rice. But Ethan, though, just holding his ground. He currently has the fastest lap time. And it looks like multiple battles going on from 7th on back, as you can see from the ticker. We got multiple battles going on throughout the entirety of the field, even as far back as 38th position. Pomney Jones now goes down a lap. Probably pit strategy now playing into the hands of these drivers. But the main question is, how will Ethan handle the pit strategy? He is the race leader. And there he goes on the pit road. Climate Bride also goes in as well. So does the 28, the 50, the 41. And in goes the 9, 01, 48. Looks like almost everyone's going to be coming in. Oh, Kerry Catfish nearly misses the entry into pit road. And Corey Day's going to stay out. And looks like we had a wreck earlier. Looks at the 93 of Shoto Todoroki. Problems with the 93. We're going to go back here and see what happened to the 93, how he got that damage. And it looks like there was a spin there. I'm quite surprised the officials decided not to throw the caution. But I'll have to see since I do not know. Yeah, there was a spin. It was the 34 of Ryan Danielson, but no caution was thrown. Which baffles me. The officials once again decided not to throw the caution as Ryan Danielson was clearly spinning in front of the field, but no. They decided not to throw the yellow, which I'm just like, why? Why would you not throw the yellow? There was a car clearly sideways in the corner as Corey Day's now on pit road. Looks like he's getting some damage repair done to that 88. And that's going to allow Ethan Rice to retake the lead away from Corey Day. Climate Bride able to hold on to the second. Cade Steele now ahead of his teammate for third. And Melody's now established herself in the top 5. But Pato and Magnuson are now together. But they got to contend with Jemiah Washington, the 11. She's not content with those Cadillacs running close together. See it there. There's the 19. There's the 11 trying to get help from the 48. That's one of their Dez Racing affiliates, Hernan Hernandez. Sam Mayer right there. Right now, currently running. I don't know. I don't know where he's running. He'll be running in the back somewhere, but I'm not so sure. Yeah, multiple cars are a lap down currently, because I'm pretty sure that is all from pit strategy. And trouble looks like for the 81. She has stopped on the field. That's going to be a yellow. First caution of the day on lap 28. Momo has her engine expired on the backstretch. That will lead to our first caution of the second attempt. And that was actually a good long green flag run. We managed to last at least 28 laps before that yellow had to be thrown. And that's going to trap multiple cars a lap down. You see the 93, 00, 22, 34, 81. They'll be trapped at least one or multiple laps down. So they will get the free pass. Alright, let me just bring up the ticker real quick. Let's see, 93, so wave 93. Wave 00. Oh, 22 is going in, so he'll have to wave around next time by once he comes off a pit road. Wait, the top 2 cars will basically get the free pass, but according to the ticker, it was the 93 00 that will gain those lucky dog positions, as the 22 is 2 laps down, so he'll have to stay down there. As Ethan heads on the pit road again, probably to ensure his pit strategy, but he's going to lose quite a couple of times on pit road. There you see a little slash of fuel, and he is away. But that's going to gift Climate Bride the race leader. And he's going to be followed by the 50, the 6, 41, 68, 78, 96, 71, 39, 10, top 10. Great comeback from Deshaun Jackson in the 10, as he's going to be restarting behind his teammate Adonda Kratz in the 39. I'm sorry about that. Something I ate. Yeah, Ethan Rice will now have to go through so many cars now since he has pitted while everyone else had stayed out. So Ethan's going to have a lot of ground to work up here. With Climate Bride and Kane Steele, arguably one of the two strongest cars all day, they'll be leading us here. You never get about Ochako or Tage Magnuson back there. They are also strong back there, but Magnuson has lost his teammate, Pato Award. Pato Award has fallen back to 21st after that pit cycle. And I'm pretty sure the 81's days are done. Yeah, the 81's day is done. The engine just gave out. That will end his day. So tough luck for the 81. Momo Matsuda unable to defend the 81's win from Daytona. So just tough break for that part-time number 81. Ethan has fallen back to 14th position, so he hasn't lost too much ground, but he's still got quite a bit to gain up. And Charles is also out of it as well. I'm pretty sure it's because of that wreck earlier at the beginning of the race. The car has finally gave up, and he has taken it to the garage. So the 62's day is done. Look at your top 10 right here. The teams that you see in the top 10 is Glacier Racing Ventures, Gyro Motorsports, Mayha Semi Enterprises, Okumari Reynolds Motorsports, Front Row Furniture Row Motorsports, Josh Neely Racing, and Dez Racing. As of course, MB. Decided to disconnect, but great run so far for the driver from Denmark, Tage Magnuson, already making a good impression. Momo's a oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Deshaun. My bad. Not my bad. I didn't mean to do it like that. As we are going green this time, Climate Bride, your leader, followed by Kane Steele, Ochako Rura, Tage Magnuson, Brandon Brown, the top 5. Then Midoriya, Tori Ritzloff, Zoe Backenmine, Adonda Kratz, and Deshaun Jackson rounds out the top 10. Ethan Rice still currently has the fastest lap time of the race. And so drivers we saw in the top 10 earlier, like Melody, she has dropped back to the top 20. She fell back to the top 20, so definitely want to keep an eye on some of those drivers that ran up in the top 10 that have fell into the back. I think some of those ones definitely got to be Pato. Pato's falling back to 16th, just a position ahead of Melody Purple, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye on that 0-1 as he will work his way up through the field, hopefully. And here we go, the field rounds, turn number 4. And the pace car is in. It's on the 37 to lead us back to the green. And as we go back into the restart zone, great flight back in the air. And a great restart for the 6 and the 50. Clyde also had a good jump as well, but he's not good enough to contend with Kane Steele in the 50, trying to get Jario's first ever win in the Six Flags NR League. Brendan Brown was able to secure 4th from Tage Magnuson. Magnuson caught up on the high side. He's side by side with Tari. It looks like Tari's got to be able to secure 5th away from the 41. And here comes Zoe back in the line, but the 41's going to throw the block. Great block right there by Magnuson. He'll hold on to a top 10 spot. Kate Steele still right on the back bumper of the 37, waiting for the opportunity to strike. He is waiting for that moment. He's looking right there on the 37. He's looking to pounce. He is certainly trying to find a way around the 37 of McBride. Clive McBride from the Cricket NR League. As most people in there will actually know. And I'm pretty sure some will be cheering on Clive McBride over from the Cricket Cup server. Oh man, Kane's still trying to find a way around the 37 of McBride, but so far no run yet. As Shoto Todoroki just came out of pit road, Ethan has climbed his way back up into the top 10. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on the ticker right here, because Ethan Rice, he could possibly rebound for the lead and link up with the 50 and try to make another run. And Matt Vasquez has passed his Cadillac teammate for 7th. Tage Madison continuing to struggle right here with that short run. Yes, still no run so far from the 50 of Kate Steele. We look further back in the field. Side by side between Madison and Rice. That is for 9th. And Ethan is going to clear the 41 for 9th. And now Ryan Danielson looks like he's now going to try to pounce on the 41 of Magnuson. And you see Magnuson's teammate back there. That's Paddle Award working his way back up. And here comes Danielson to the inside of the 41. Oh, but Magnuson, though, holding strong on that high side. That long run starting to get to the 41. But still side by side for 10th. That's it. 34 is a lap down, so the real battle is going to occur right here between the teammates. Yeah, Danielson currently 2 laps down. Pomney's also went back down a lap. Might have went down pit road. As there goes Award to the inside of his teammate. Travis Regan falling behind in the 99. And now 3-car battle up here as Brandon Brown is now called up to the leaders. And there goes Brown to the inside of Kane Steele. Oh, but Kane used the side draft trying to clear the 68. And he will. The 50 will clear the 68, but that'll let the 37 to gap a little bit. And Kane Steele now going for the run for the lead. He goes to the inside of McBride. He is right there, side by side for the lead into 1. Oh, and Steele, he's going to take it from the 37. Kane Steele out in front. And Madison has fallen back to 15th position. And it looks like he's continuing to lose spots. Looks like that caution really screwed over the 41. So it was tough break there for Magnuson and the 41 team. But now your top 5 currently as follows: Kane Steele, Clive McBride, Brandon Brown, Tari Retzloff, Matt Vasquez. And then the rest of your top 10 is as follows: Ethan Rice, Corey Day, Zoe Bagwiner, Chuck Rura, and Pato Award. Great run from most of these drivers so far. Ethan has passed Matt for 5th. He wants to close in on the leaders. Yeah, Kane Steele clearly starting to show the way. He is starting to gap everyone else as Brendan Brown got by Claude McBride for second. And Ethan Rice is falling back to sixth. Looks like Matt Vasquez, Tari Ritzloff actually get died. Now Corey Day is now past the 23 for sixth. Looks like Ethan is starting to lose some of his momentum right here, but he still has the fastest lap. So if he manages to keep that fastest lap time, he'll be able to get some extra bonus points in the points. And I definitely think that Ethan knows that points is crucial. Points are absolutely crucial here. Claude McBride trying to catch back up to Brendan Brown. But right now, Kane Steele has extended his gap to nearly 1 second. That is just really strong right there from the 50 and Jario Motorsports' number 50 car. Kane Steele just absolutely just showing the way so far. He's got a big gap between himself and Brendan Brown. And now Travis Regan has now established himself in the top 10. Great run so far for that 99 team. And I know that now Seb's attention has shifted to Pato Award as Magnuson has fallen all the way back to 17th position. So Magnuson's got a big hole to dig himself out of. And now Maggie Spletzers now went down a lap. And yeah, there's a 13 right there going down another lap. No, that's Tatir going down a lap since Case Steele has got a 1 second gap over Brendan Brown. That is just absolutely amazing that we're seeing out of John Rail and this 50 team. I definitely say Ethan has definitely invested some time into Kate Steele, just making sure that his car and his skills are good enough. But looks like we have a battle for a top 5 spot. Ethan and Tari looks like they're going at it for 5th. And now Jemiah has now established herself in the top 10. Ethan has got by the 96 as Corey Day now goes to the inside of the 96. And there's Tari Ritzloff's teammate, the 13 of Meggie, trying to work her way back into the front to get a lap back. But there's Zoe Bagenline there in the 71. Looks like she wants to try to pounce for that extra spot from Tari, as Meggie goes to the inside of Corey Day. Corey Day has let the lap car by. But now he's on the clutches of the 96 and the 71. 2 Chevys that would like to get by him. And the 13, they moved Ethan out of the way, and we got green flag pit stops. Looks like the 37 has went down pit road. And it looks like multiple cars are going on to pit road. You see the 78 also going in as well. The 6 is in. Alright guys, I will be right back real quick. Let me just go back to the 50 right here. Alright, so we are down to 44 to go, and looks like the 50's coming on pit road, but I'll be right back, y'all. We'll be right back right here for more action from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Alright guys, I'm sorry for that, but we are back live right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Lowe's 200 here at oh gosh, I can't even speak. We live here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Currently your race leader, currently the 11 of Jemiah Washington. Where is the 11? Yeah, there's the 11 right there. Currently stuck in lap traffic. That is your race leader, Jemiah Washington, for MKR. In the 11 Coca-Cola Toyota Supra. And then, oh, and the 11 has ran out of fuel. Oh no, she's got a tire down on the 11. Oh man, that just screws up everything. The 11 has a tire down. It looks like that's going to be the end of it. If she does not make it back around the pit road, a caution will have to be thrown. And that's going to trap so many cars a lap down. And yeah, she's going to make a stop, but she is on the apron, so the officials will keep it green. And new race leader, Connor DJ Hart in the 2. Where's the 2? Trying to find where the 2 is. 78. There's the 2 right there, but not a big gap between himself and Karen Catfish. Neely's also not that far away either. You see the 8 back there. But just heartbreak for the 11. Now 13 cars remain on the lead lap. So that's definitely now showing that even at a track like Las Vegas, it's pretty unpredictable. As you saw right there, a tire got cut down on the 11. Alright, and caution is out. Huge wreck in turn number 4. And looks like that's collected the 20 and the 51. That's going to trap multiple cars down one lap. And let's go back here and see what happened right here. Because looks like this started with the 20 and the 51. So Kane Steele and Ethan Rice will have the race lead. Ooh, yeah, 20 got to the 51, forced him into the outside wall, and around they go. But yeah, that was just completely uncalled for right there by the 20 and 51. No idea why Matt Vasquez even decided to even go to the inside of the 51 right there. And looks like the ticker has refreshed. We see now multiple cars back on the lead lap. Kane Steele has retaken the race lead. Ethan Rice in second. Corey Day in third. Zoe Backmine in fourth. Clyde McBride will round out the top 5. And then Tari Ritzlot, Brendan Brown, Paddle Ward, Chuck Ward, Deshaun Jackson rounds out the top 10. I do not know. The 11 looks like she's still counted. Yeah, 11's still going. But she'll be 2 laps down. So yeah, Deshaun, basically all your cars are still in it. Well, except for the 81. As we know what happened in the 81. Something ran out, cut a tire or engine expired and had to go down the apron, and that was caused the first yellow. We have caution. We have second caution with only 35 laps to go. That was actually a really great long green flag run that we've had. But I'm pretty sure Ethan is definitely sweating bullets right now, knowing that the 50 no longer has that advantage. And I'll tell you, he's right there behind his driver. And I'll tell you, he has Chevys behind him, like Corey Day and Zoe Backenwine. They want to take the race lead sometime soon. But yeah, this really does shake up a lot of stuff for the whole field. You see 32 cars on the lead lap. Multiple cars on two cars one lap down. At least 4 are multiple laps down, and then we have 3 cars out. Yeah, and and yeah, Seb's saying this is cinema. I mean, I agree, man. I mean, you know, some people in the server do want Corey Day to win, but most people would not want him to see him win. But if that happens, I pretty much know the server's gonna go into a full-blown riot if Corey Day wins. We have Corey Day now has a shot to go for it, but with these Jario Motorsports teammates going really strong, I do not know if he'll be able to get by both the 23 and the 50 unless he can pull it off. And we've seen how Corey Day races in the O'Reilly Series, so I will not be surprised if he ends up pouncing and taking the lead away from those Jarrio Dodges. But I know Ethan's going to be pretty pissed off about it if that ends up happening. See, hopefully we'll be going back green next time by. And yes, we'll be going green this time. Kane Steele, your race leader. Followed by Ethan Rice, Corey Day, Zoe Backenmine, Clyde McBride, the top 5. And Tari Ritzloff, Brendan Brown, Pato Award, Ochakamura, and Deshaun Jackson rest of the top 10. 04's engine apparently went boom. Yes, Psycho Vegetaro's engine has went up. Yes, so Psycho is done for the day. That's another one of Cody's cars caught up in trouble. As the field rounds out the backstretch right here, we'll be going back green with 31 laps to go here at Las Vegas. But yeah, thanks for the heads up there, Seb. I didn't see that the 41, the 04 blew its engine. So great spot there. All right, here we go. The pace car is in. It's on the 50 to lead us back to the green. And as we go back into the restart zone, green flag back in the air. And a great restart for the Jarrio teammates. Ethan will push his car out a little bit ahead of Corey Day. But Corey Day looks like he's got to try everything he can to keep up with those Dodges, but Ethan just continuing to push the 50. I think he wants to make it as hard for Corey Day as possible. And we already got a battle. Brendan Brown going to the inside. Clyde McBride, that is for 6th. Deshaun Jackson back there in the 10, also making some headways. He wants to win again here at Las Vegas. Oh, and Pato with the run on the 68, that is for 6th. Deshaun Jackson's going to secure 8th right now. He does not want to take part of this battle, as Brown will secure Pato Award for 6th. But Corey Day, he's catching up to the Dodges. Corey Day is not going to allow those Jarrio cars to pull away without a fight. And he has quickly gained up on them too. And the battle for 4th between Zoe and Tari. Tari's going to be able to take it. 28 to go here from Las Vegas. Now Corey Day starting to lose the draft of the Dodgers a little bit. They're just showing to be a little too strong for him. Yeah, Corey Day, he's starting to lose it on the Jarrio cars a little bit. Ethan just continuing to push the 50. He's just trying everything he can to make sure that Corey Day does not stay up with them. Because Ethan wants to secure this 1-2 finish for Jarrio Motorsports. And I'm pretty sure Ethan is watching this right now while sweating bullets. Because he doesn't know if his cars will be able to make it. And to be fair, I would have been doing the same thing. I would also be sweating bullets. Oh, Ethan! Ethan looks like he was trying to get some fresh air while drafting the 50, but that's allowed Corey Day to gain a little bit of time back on the 23, but the 23 just went right back to pushing, trying to get away. Yeah, but Corey Day looks like he's not going to give up without a fight. Pato now up into the top 5. Got quite a couple battles going on. Neely just passed Deshaun Jackson for 10th. And Karen Caffich has just passed Connor DJ Hart for 7th. And Zoe Backenline has been passed by Neely for 9th. And there goes Ethan to the inside of the 50. That's what Corey Day needs. Now Corey Day now establishing himself in this fight. Ethan will clear the 50 for the lead. And here comes Corey Day trying to make the pass for 2nd. Ethan trying to use the battle to pull away. Ooh, Corey Day trying to clear the 50, but the 50 is keeping up with him. Still side by side, down into turn 3. Corey Day's gonna clear for 2nd. Corey Day now has only 22 laps to see if he can catch up back up to the 23 of Ethan Rice. But Kate Steele is not gonna give up 2nd without a fight. Not even by a short term either, because as we look right here, it seems like Corey Day is losing time to Ethan Rice. So that could be big right here for Corey Day if Ethan suffers either a penalty or basically any kind of part failure or had a very poor pit strategy. 21 to go here from Las Vegas. Corey Day looks like he's continuing to lose time, and Ochako is out of the race. Her engine has expired. Kane Steele has caught up to Corey Day in the 88. Gonna try to find a way around. He looks to the inside. Corey Day blocks. But Kane has a good run. There he goes to the inside. Great battle here for 2nd, but Ethan is just using it to pull away. We're cut up to 19 laps left in this race. And Kane has cleared Corey Day for 2nd. Jario returns to its 1-2. Oh, but Carolina Bradley, she is starting to catch up to Corey Day. Looks like Corey Day has lost nearly all of his momentum. This could be big right here for Corey Day and the 88 team. But Ethan looking to get his first career Mountain Dew win. 18 to go here from Las Vegas. Ethan Rice, only now in, I'm pretty sure, his 2nd full-time season here in the Mountain Dew Series. He is a rookie in the Cup Series. He is looking to make history here at Las Vegas. Not only being, I'm pretty sure, either our 3rd or 4th car owner driver to win it here in the series. But looks like the 50 had to go down pit road. Kate Steele did not have the right strategy. So yeah, green flag pit stops are underway. This is the money stop. And there goes Ethan down on the pit road. Carolina Bradley's going to try to stretch it out to stay out. Corey Day also on the pit road. Carolina Bradley going to try to stretch it out for at least a couple more laps. Connor DJ Hart following in second. It looks like a battle is going on for 10th between Melody Purple and Hernan Hernandez. So yeah, we got pit stops like Seb said in the chat. Uh-oh. Oh, 12 just coming out of pit road. I thought that was a problem for the 12. I'm like, uh-oh. We'll have to see when Carolina Bradley as well as these leaders are going to come on the pit road. And looks like Connor DJ Hart's going to go on pit road. That's going to allow Neely to slip in a second. But Carolina Bradley trying to stretch it out. But let's see how she'll do it. Well, 33 is slowing down, and she's going on a pit road. And in goes the 11, in goes Joshua Neely, but Maggie's got to stay out to take the race lead. Yeah, I'm about to say, most of these drivers staying out, Seth, most of these drivers need a yellow. Right now, only 7 cars remain on the lead lap. Looks like Megan's gonna try to stretch it out here. Only 6 cars. Yeah, no, geez, yeah, not a lot of. Yeah, Maggie continue to stay out. She's now put every single car a lap down. But she still has to pit. Yeah, 13 still has to pit right here. She will not make it on her current strategy. So yeah, 13 also needs a yellow, but that will basically be perceived as unfair by NASCAR officials, so they're going to try to keep the track green as long as possible and force Maggie to use that pit strategy. Coming to 10 laps to go here from Las Vegas. But if the 13 does not pit within the next 3 laps, I will have to black flag them, since that is unfair to most of the drivers. And there goes Maggie on the pit road. So now it looks like the leader, I'm pretty sure, yeah, will be the 23 of Ethan Rice. Tari clears the 50 right there. I'm pretty sure that will be for second right there. Yeah, that would be for second, but they still got to get by the 13. 9 laps to go here from Las Vegas. Right now, 23 currently your race leader. But Tari, she is catching up closely to the 23 of Ethan Rice. I think the ticker might broke, but I hope that's not the case. Sorry, you're eating. I'm currently right now eating dinner. Yeah, 8 laps to go, and looks like the ticker has broke. So that sucks. But yeah, Ethan looking to get his first career win. This will be huge for that team if he is able to hold on for long enough. Check where Maggie is. Let's see, Maggie. Well, I cannot really see the... Alright, where's... Okay, there's 13. Currently back in lap traffic currently, so... As Ethan Rice currently coming up to 6 to go, as I can confirm that she is not the race leader, but let me just quickly reopen the overlay. Just to see if I can fix stuff up, but it looks like the ticker's probably going to stay that way. Well, we all know that Ethan Rice is your race leader. Yeah, because we will not be able to tell about where Maggie is running, but we'll have to, yeah, I'll pretty much have to, like, check through, like, yeah, so you see right here, Ethan Rice is currently your race leader. We are coming up to 5 to go next time by. The ticker is currently incorrect. Ignore the ticker. 5 laps to go for Ethan Rice. Can he make it? See by there, Tari. Looks like she is probably not going to be willing to give that up. Carolina Bradley has the fastest lap time. Four to go from Las Vegas. Ethan is coming up on lap traffic, so let's see if that will play a major role. Because I'm pretty sure by this point, if another caution comes out, that will end the race. There will be no overtime. And Carolina Bradley has caught up to the 96 of Tari Ritzloff. Looks like Carolina Bradley has the speed to challenge Ethan Rice, but she only has 3 laps left to do it. 3 laps to go. Coming up to 2 to go as Carolina Bradley has cleared the 96 for second. The race to the finish is on. Ethan Rice cut up to 2 laps to go. Carolina Bradley has to hurry if she wants to get by the 23 and steal the win away. But Ethan Rice, there's lap traffic ahead of the 23. That lap traffic could be make or break for the 23. Because next time by will be the white flag. Tage Madison, right there in front of the 23. The 33 has caught up to the 23. It's going to be the race to the finish. As coming out of turn number 4. White flag in the air. Final lap here from Las Vegas. And there goes Carolina Bradley to the inside of Ethan Rice.